What's up, everyone? It is The Beast. Welcome back to the channel, The Beast On. And what am I talking about tonight? Well, listen, it could have gone either way. Do I talk about the Heat loss, which sucks, or the Canes win? We're going to go with the positive. We'll talk about the Canes win. The Heat got their work cut out for them against the Celtics, but we are glad the Miami Hurricanes won tonight, beating Louisville and going to 2-0 on the season. But first, before we break down the game, if you see this face, if you hear my voice, please subscribe to the channel and hit the little bell. It's right down there. And then you'll be notified when the new videos are up. And, you know, I cover the gamut here on the channel. So if you're not subscribed, please do so right now. All right, let's get to this game. The good, right? And we continue to love the fact that Miami seems to have an actual real offense and a real quarterback. D'Eriq King has changed the entire feel of this offense. Why? Because he's a real quarterback. He can make all the throws. He makes good decisions. He doesn't turn the ball over. And he's mature. He's a leader. The team actually believes that he can do it. There's a million reasons why D'Eriq King is the right man for this job, and thank whatever Lord you pray to that he found his way to Miami. So we're very thankful to have D'Eriq King. So good on him, and we'll get into a little more of the offense tonight. The other good is damn, we got a kicker, man. We got a kicker, man. I mean, just to know that one, extra points are like a thing that's going to happen, and then to hit a 57-yarder and tie the school record. I mean, it goes so overlooked, but when you get to the tight games, every point matters. And when last year when Miami literally didn't know if it was going to be able to make an extra point or not, that completely impacts your entire game plan and the confidence of your team when you can't trust a kicker. So, damn straight, I love the fact that they have a kicker. Listen, we know they've got two talented tight ends. It showed tonight with Brevin and Mallory getting it done. And Cam Harris, what a scat into the end zone. Now, a couple of things I did not like about the offense. One, the offensive line, too many dumb penalties. I hate the pre-snap penalties, the offsides. Like, just, especially, there's only 12,000 fans in the stands. Like, there's no reason as an offensive lineman to jump off sides. You can hear the count fine. I mean, please. Just some of that stuff just needs to be cleaned up. You're costing yourself. And then drops. Pope and Harley drop passes. Miami should have been up by several more points going into the locker room at half if it weren't for stupid mistakes by both the offensive line and receivers that couldn't catch the ball. The other thing is, I would have liked to have seen, last week we saw plenty of power run, and so I know Miami's capable, but I would have liked to have seen it to be a little more effective tonight. Anytime they really tried to get into a power running formation, and just try to break some balls and run it up the middle, it wasn't really a thing that was happening tonight. And that's going to be something you're going to have to do when you get into some of the harder matchups in the ACC. You're going to have to be able to establish that pound the ground running game. You're going to have to be able to do it. It's one thing to be able to do it against UAB. It's another thing to be able to do it against an ACC team. I would have liked to have seen more from Harris, Chaney, and Knighton as it relates to a power running game. So that was a little bit of a disappointment. Defensively, how do you give up over 500 yards of offense? I know that Miami won the turnover battle of the night. We finally got to see the awesome new turnover chain 4.0. Yeah, man, we own the whole state of Florida with that bling. But there was just some breakdowns on defense. As much as there was good in some of the plays that you saw from Jalen Phillips and Bubba Bolden and Al Blades with the turnover, there was also just some times when I was like, what? How are they running the ball this well? Or, how is he open again, a wide receiver? Whoever it was. It's just like you just want to see a complete game from this defense, against a real opponent, and you haven't in a long time. And it's something that's bothering me, I think, a lot. Also, not being ready for that trick. They were ready for the first one, but the second trick onside kick kind of bothered me. They did get the turnover after that, but still, they just seemed not to be ready. So hopefully that's something that Manny covers this week as they get ready for Florida State. So here's a couple things I want to get across as we await the Seminoles maybe coming to town Saturday with game day in town with no fans. One, we hope that Mike Norvell, the coach of the Florida State Seminoles, recovers fine from COVID. Two, it's hard for me to believe, now it's still early, I haven't heard anything. It's hard for me to believe that if the head coach is diagnosed with COVID, and it's a campus in Florida State that's had a bit of an issue this fall with over 1,000 cases of positive COVID cases, that other people on the football team and football staff aren't also infected. So part of me is waiting for this game to either be postponed or canceled or a way for the Noles to get out of this, because the last thing they need is another loss to Miami with what's going on up there. But let's just assume they play next week. And let's go with Miami at 2-0 against Florida State. Here's what I basically demand of you if you're a Canes fan, and you really need to stick with me on this, okay? Trust me, I've been around this program for a long, long time, okay? And I know, and you know, if you're old enough, what great Canes football looks like, okay? So I know what it looks like, and I think this team's heading in the right direction. But can we not use the B word yet? Can we not go there? Do you know what B word I'm talking about? You know, it's not your front, but your, that one. Like, I don't want to say that we're, over there, that way, if you know what I'm saying. Don't go there. Like, don't tweet that. Don't say that. Don't text it into the radio shows if that's still a thing that you're listening to or doing. Just don't. Just hey, we're 2-0. On to the next one, okay? Have the Belichick approach. On to Florida State. Whatever. Don't beat your chest, okay? Because what's happened? We've been there 48 million times over the last 15 years where we've wanted to beat our chest, and then we've ended up in the, Hoobastank Bowl. Are they still together, Hoobastank? Had like those two good songs. We've ended up in that bowl and getting our asses kicked. So can we not do that yet? Can we just, I'll allow you to beat your chest and say the B word once Miami has either won an ACC championship or maybe lost a close one in the ACC championship, but won a major bowl game. How about that? That's when we can, say, hey, all right, we're taking it back to a different level. But we're not there yet. So please, when I get on my Twitter feed, just stay low, stay humble. I know it's hard. I know we're used to being braggadocious type of people. I'm not going to use the S word, but yes, we've been known to have it. I get it. But let's just keep on it, okay? We got Florida State and Clemson. Listen, I want to tell you right now. I'm just going to let you know right now, because who knows what's going to happen. And, when big game situations, I tend to drink a bunch and get a little rowdy. So, if we win next week against Florida State, or God forbid after the bye week, we beat Clemson somehow on the road, and I come on here just bleep-faced and going nuts, I want you to remind me that I'm telling you now, even that 4-0 with those wins under our belt, don't use the B word, okay? Please, don't just put the brakes on. Pump the brakes, if you will. So other than that, listen, I need to see more from the defense. I need to see more from the offensive line, but this team is heading in the right direction. I think the one thing that we do know is that Manny Diaz recognized he had to make a home run hire with an offensive coordinator, and so far Rhett Lashley has been the guy. They talked about it tonight on the broadcast a bunch, and I mentioned it. If you go look back on all my videos on this channel about when Rhett Lashley was hired, okay, go look back at those videos, and you'll see me talk about the fact that it's not just that he runs the spread, it's that he's been schooled in the two different types of spread, the spread and pass and the spread and run. He's been schooled in both those, the Sonny Dykes air raid and the Gus Malzahn, power run game out of the spread. He's got both of those under his belt. And so the ability for him to go back and forth between them, to hurry up and run, to hurry up and pass, makes him really a dynamic offensive coordinator. And already I'm seeing the tweets, please tell Rhett to stay more than a year. And that I'm already starting to get those feelings. But again, I'm telling myself, take deep breaths, just relax, take it one game at a time. We're on to the Seminoles, right? All right, good win by the Canes. Glad they're 2-0. But let's not get ahead of ourselves, kids, okay? Because we've seen this backfire too many times. I'm still waiting for Ja'Cory Harris, who I love, by the way, and thank him for his service as a Miami-Dade firefighter now, by the way. But I'm still waiting for him to go accept his Heisman in his pink suit, because that was a thing that didn't happen, okay? Just letting you know. Love you guys. Thank you for watching again. Subscribe to the channel. Appreciate your loyalty. I'm here for you. Love your comments. Hit me up on the social at Miami Radio Beast. And I'll see you when I see you. Peace.